Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Greg Young, and I'm coming to you live one more time from Davenport, Florida, with my morning inspiration. And this morning, I want to talk about self motivation. Self motivation is the force that keeps us going on. It's our internal. Self motivation is the force that keeps us going on. It's our internal drive to achieve, produce, develop, and keep moving on. Now, I'll say that again. Self motivation is the force that keeps us going on. It's our internal drive, force, development, and keeps us moving forward. So basically, when you when you're ready, when you motivate yourself, when it comes to self motivation, I think about three different things. Number one, I think about your goals, your achievements, and your dreams. But one thing about it, in order for you to be able to achieve all those things, self motivation plays a big part in it. So you have to be able to know, number one, what you're trying to achieve. Whatever you're trying to achieve in life, you have to know that it requires self-motivation in order for you to get to that point in life. And you have to keep yourself motivated to achieve a particular thing that you're setting out to do. No matter what it is, it could be something very simple. Say you're on a 90-day challenge or a 30-day challenge to achieve a certain weight loss. Okay, if you're on a 30-day challenge, 90-day challenge to achieve a certain weight loss, in order for you to get to that point, you have to use self-motivation to motivate yourself to get to that point. Because number one, you have to motivate yourself to get up and do the necessary things that you need to do in order to get to the point to where you can lose that weight that you're looking to lose. And that all comes within your self-motivation, because you have to get up and do the exercises that you need to do to lose however many pounds you're trying to lose. You have to get up if it requires going to the gym in order to lose that weight. If it requires a certain amount of running, certain amount of cardiovascular activities, or whatever it has to do, you have to do that. And in order for you to do that, you have to have self-motivation. You have to motivate yourself in your mind, no matter what it takes, no matter how hard it is, no matter what the struggle is in life, that I'm going to do what I need to do to achieve, you know, that that particular thing that I set out to achieve in life. But it all starts with self-motivation. You have to keep yourself motivated. And then when you're on a journey to achieve something, you have to stay motivated and keep yourself motivated. And you cannot allow what people say or think about what you're doing or what you're trying to achieve discourage you. So, because the thing is about it, when you set out in life to do a particular thing or to achieve a certain thing in life, then there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be things that's gonna hold you back. There's always going to be things that get inside your head that tells you cannot do it. But when those things start to happen, then you got to keep pushing forward. You got to push harder. You got to push harder and know that you can achieve that, because you set out to do it. That was your achievements. You set out to do it, and you know that you can achieve that through self-motivation. So, it said whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So you have to believe in yourself that whatever achievement you set out to do at that particular time, you have to make sure that you do everything you need to do to achieve that. And you cannot allow what other people say stop you from that achievement. It's so many of us in the world today set out to achieve something, and they don't achieve it because they allow other people to distract them. They allow things that's going on in their life to distract them. But when you're setting out to achieve something, then you have to be self-motivated. You have to overlook everything that everybody else is saying, you know, about you or whatever's going on in your life. You have to just know that no matter what it takes, you're gonna achieve that goal that you set out to do. And that's where it's all at, is based upon your achievements, your goals, and your dreams. So, and another thing, like I said, when you strive to achieve something, you have to work hard at it. The same thing when you set your goals. That's another thing that's very important within self-motivation. When you set your goals, you know, you gotta try as hard as you possibly can to achieve those goals, and you will achieve those goals. Yes, there's going to be obstacles along the way, but you have to look at those obstacles as, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to achieve that goal? Whatever that goal is you set out to achieve. Maybe it could be, you may have set a goal out to become a certain person in the new year, do things different than what you did in last year. So in order for you to achieve that goal, number one, if the people that you was hanging around in 2020 was holding you back, then you got to cut them off, because that's making your goals stagnant. If your goal is set to become a better person than you was in 2020, and you want to be a better person in 2021, then you got to take a look at the people that you're surrounding yourself around, and you got to ask yourself, are these the people that I can keep surrounding myself around in order to achieve and that goal that I'm looking for? Can I, you know, do it still being around these people, or do I need to hang around more positive people? Depending on what your goal is, you have to set the standards for your own goals. And that's a very important thing in self-motivation. You have to be able to motivate yourself, because a lot of times, you know, we get up in the morning and we don't feel like going. Say for instance, you get up in the morning and you don't feel like going to work till you're 9 to 5. So you get up, and when you get up, you wake up, you look at the alarm clock, and then you hit the alarm clock again, then you put it on snooze, and then you lay there. But sooner or later, you motivate yourself to get up and go do what you got to do, because you know that's something that you have to do. And it's the same way in your daily walk of life. You know, if you know that you have set a goal to do something, keep motivating yourself to reach that goal. You know, keep saying positive things about yourself, saying that you can achieve that goal. You will achieve that goal. You know, you have what it takes to achieve that goal. You have to motivate yourself, and you motivate yourself by saying acronyms about yourself, and you know, putting yourself on a positive level and saying, no matter what, I'm going to achieve that goal because I'm smart enough. I know I can achieve that goal. And then you will get to the point to where you can achieve that goal that you set out for. And then also, self-motivation also comes in when you feel like giving up. You know, say you're doing something in life. Say, for instance, because a lot of my struggles in the home-based business industry is when, and sometimes it makes me feel like giving up. And it's when, you know, I'm trying my best and nothing's going right. So now I'm feeling like nothing's working. You know, this doesn't work. But what I've realized is, in your greatest struggling moment is when you got to have more self-motivation about yourself to push yourself beyond that level up to where you want to give up, to where you feel like you can't achieve the goal that you set out for. And it comes all within your self-motivation and you wanting to get to the next level in life, wanting to be able to fulfill that dream or that goal, whatever it is you set out to do. But like I said, you can only achieve that with a strong self-motivation within yourself, and tell yourself that no matter what it takes, I'm going to get to that next level. You know, like say for instance, you're working on a 9 to 5 and you want to get a certain amount of product put out in a day. The only way you can get that certain amount of product put out within that day is that you have to self-motivate yourself to have that drive, to get that high speed work ethics, so you can put out that particular amount of production for that day. But without your self-motivation, you're not going to be able to do it, because once you motivate yourself and you make a decision, say, hey, no matter how hard this is, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to get there. But it all starts with your self-motivation. And I really think that self-motivation is very important in people's lives in order to keep them encouraged to keep moving on, no matter what the situation is that they're going through in life, whether it's good or bad, whether it's happy or sad. You always need to keep yourself motivated to keep moving on. You should never allow a situation to get so bad in your life to where you can't move on. You give up. Don't never do that, no matter what the situation is in your life. If you're going through a situation in your life right now that's got you bound and you don't have the answers to which way to go, then just self-motivate yourself. You know, pick yourself up. Go back and think about, you know, if you're sad, go back and think about the most happiest moment. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're depressed, go back and think about the most happiest moment of your life. Or if you're in a situation to where, you know, you may be unemployed and you don't know how you're going to pay your rent, how you're going to pay your bills, just motivate yourself and know that God is going to make a way for you to do that. But first, you got to motivate yourself to believe that. If you don't motivate yourself to believe that, then you're going to stay in a depressed mode. Man, Lord, I don't have no job. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And you should not get yourself in that mode. You should keep motivated. Keep yourself motivated. With your self-motivation, because of the fact of the matter is that once you give up from finding a way to keep yourself motivated, then now you have accepted defeat, and now all you're going to do is just sit back and feel sorry for yourself. But the thing is, here's the thing is, when you're sitting back and feeling sorry for yourself, then what are you accomplishing? You're just creating more of the problem. You want to find a solution to the problem. And the only way you can find a solution to the problem is through self-motivation. Motivate yourself to move to the next level. You know, if you're unemployed and you don't have no money coming in, then motivate yourself to go out there and educate yourself and find a way that you can come up with the way of making some income, so you can have some income coming in. And that all comes within your self-motivation, because it starts within you. You know, I believe that a lot of people don't get as far as they want to go in life is because they don't have self-motivation within themselves. They just don't have it. You know, they feel like, okay, I've been this way all my life, you know, and then they go all the way back to growing up their parents. My parents grew up and we grew up this way, so I can never become no more than this. That's not motivating yourself to do something better. That's making excuses as to why you cannot get better, because you're passing judgment on your past life. Everybody has a past, but it does not determine your future. I'll say that again because I don't think you got it. Everybody has a past, but it does not determine your future. You determine your own future, and how you determine your own future is through your self-motivation within yourself and where you want to go in life. It has nothing to do with the generation of how you grew up, because number one, once you leave from where you grew up and you go on and you step into a journey of living your life by yourself with your significant other or whatever you're doing, all the choices that you make in life revolves around you and your choices. And in order for you to make good choices and get to the level to where you need to be in life, you got to have self-motivation. You cannot, if you don't have self-motivation, you cannot motivate yourself to the next level in life. You cannot motivate yourself to work hard you know, to get that promotion on that job. You know, if at all, you know that you can get that promotion, and you know that you have what it takes to get that promotion. Self-motivate yourself so you can get that promotion. Do the necessary things that you need to do to get that promotion. And then it's the same way with, say you're at home, you work from home, you're building a home-based business. Self-motivate yourself to move on to the next level in your business. Because the thing is, it all starts within you. If you have it in your heart that you're going to win at something, no matter what it is in life, you could just say, hey, I have it in my heart that I'm going to win on the next level in life, whatever I chose to do. But the only way you're going to win in the next level in life, whatever you chose to do, you got to have that self-motivation. You got to be able to motivate yourself to where you can create something to where you can win and believe that you can win and all those different things. But it all starts with self-motivation. What is down inside of you is what comes out of you. I'll say that again. What is down inside of you is what comes out of you. So if you got strong beliefs down inside of you that you can succeed at something and you can be successful at something, then you can succeed and be successful. All because you believe. It's deep down in your heart. It's to where you have to reach when you're trying to self-motivate yourself to get to the next level in life, to get to wherever you want to be in life. Because like I said, I don't know where you want to be in life, only you know, but it comes within your self-motivation. And now let's talk about your dreams. What are your dreams? You know, what are your dreams? What do you want? What do you want to do? What do you want? What do you want to accomplish in life? What are your dreams? Where is somewhere that you wanted to go that you've never been to? What is something that you've done that you wanted to do that you've never done? Now, the only way you're going to accomplish those dreams is to self-motivate yourself. Say, hey, you know what? I don't care what it takes. I've never been to Haiti. I want to go to Haiti. I'm gonna do everything I need to do to motivate myself to get to Haiti. And whatever that takes, that's what you do. But it all starts within your self-motivation within yourself. Because if you want to, say for instance, if you want to go to Haiti, you've never been to Haiti, then number one, you know that you have to motivate yourself to come up with enough money to get over there, the airfare, the place to stay, and all those particular things. So the way you motivate yourself in order to be able to come up with those things is that, number one, you believe in yourself. You believe that no matter what it takes, you're going to come up with the money to take that trip to Haiti. And then once you believe in yourself, you have confidence in yourself. And then once you have confidence in yourself, then now you're 9 times out of 10 more likely to be able to achieve that goal of getting to Haiti because of the simple fact that you, number one, believed in yourself, you had confidence in yourself, and then all that ties into your self-motivation to keep moving forward, to keep the force that drives you on to keep going forward. You know, your international drive that keeps you moving on. Because a lot of times people look at certain things in life and they say, you know, I can't do this. But how do you know what you can't do if you never tried? And that all comes within your self-motivation. You don't never say you can't do something when you've never tried. You know, don't never say something is impossible to achieve when you never tried to set out to achieve it. Nothing is unachievable if you want to achieve it. I'll say that again. Nothing is unachievable if you want to achieve it. But it all starts within your self-motivation and how bad do you want to achieve what you set out to achieve. So just remember, when it comes to self-motivation, motivate yourself to strive to do better in life than where you are right now. And if you motivate yourself to strive to do better in life than where you are right now, then you'll always have self-motivation about yourself, because that's your drive. You know, that's your international drive in order for you to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And develop, you know, and to achieve and produce and develop and keep moving on. But your international drive cannot achieve and develop and keep moving on if you don't motivate yourself to move on. And that's the most important thing that we all need to realize as being, you know, self-motivated. Because self-motivation is something that is big in your life, and it's something that you should strive to do each and every day so you can get to the next level in life. Because if you motivate yourself to move on to that next level in life, you will get there, you know. But if you sit back and make excuses as to why you cannot get there, then you're not going to get there. It all starts within yourself. And then if you're setting out to achieve, if you have goals and you have dreams, and you want to get to a certain level in life, and you want to do a certain thing in life, you gotta self-motivate yourself, because nobody else is gonna motivate you more than yourself. I'll say that again. Nobody else is gonna motivate you more than yourself. And the way you keep yourself motivated is stay on a positive level. You know, when people come around you and you know you're on a mission to achieve something, and they start talking about, you know, how hard it is and you'll never achieve that, leave from around those people. You know, because number one, you don't want that poured into your spirit. You don't want negativity poured into your spirit when you're on a journey to doing something positive, to trying to motivate yourself to keep doing positive things. Because a lot of times when you sit down and you listen to a person that's telling you what you cannot do, a lot of times it arouses doubts in your mind, because now you sit back and you start to feed into what they're saying. If you want to be successful and you want to move on to the next level in life, your self-motivation starts within you, but you got to hang around successful people that are going where you want to go. People that you know that's going to lift you up and not tear you down. People that you know that's going to encourage you to move forward and not pull you backwards. You know, that's how you keep yourself motivated. You know, you cannot keep yourself motivated when you're hanging around people and every time they turn around and you tell them, hey, man, I got this idea. I'm going to do blah, 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 this and that. And then the first thing they say, well, you know what, Greg, I don't think you can do it, man. Nobody's ever accomplished that before. I don't think you would be able to do it. Why would you listen to them? Because of the simple fact that they don't think you can do it. Why would you listen to them? I mean, number one, if you listen to them, then, you know, you're just as much of a fool as they are. Because number one, they're a fool for thinking that you can't do it. And number two, you're a fool for believing that you can't do it, if that makes any sense. But if you tell them, hey, man, you know what? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. You may believe that I cannot do it, but I know I can. And I will. And I'm going to. And I'm going to prove to you that I can do it. And then after I've done it, I'm going to let you know that I accomplished it. That's the way you got to keep yourself motivated. You cannot let what people say interrupt your destination. I'll say that again. You cannot let what people say interrupt your destination, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that, who cares what people say? No matter what you do, no matter where you go in life, people gonna always talk. You know why? Guess what? Because people are a trip. There are always gonna be people that's gonna always talk about what you're doing. There's always gonna be people that's always gonna put down what you're doing, no matter what it is. You know, if your goal is to write a book and you want to write a book, hey, self-motivate yourself that you can write a book and start putting together those ideas that you want to put in that book, and you can write that book. But it all starts within you motivating yourself to get to that point to where you can write that book. But you gotta do it. You know, say for instance, if you work a 9 to 5 and your goal is to become employee of the month, then okay, if you want to become employee of the month, then what you got to do, you got to work hard at it. You got to work above and beyond everybody else. You basically got to outwork everybody else that's working with you to prove to your boss that you was the hardest worker in that month so you could get that employee of the month. It's the same way in life. If you're in a home-based business and you're trying to build that business, each and every day that you get up, you got to strive to make that day 10 times better than yesterday. Because when you strive for more, you get more. When you push yourself more and you challenge yourself more, then you go further. But it all starts within your self-motivation in order to be able to challenge yourself to a higher level and achieve more. But like I said, if you don't know how to self-motivate yourself, then you're never going to get to where you want to be in life. You're always going to settle. You're always going to believe that you can't achieve nothing else, that you cannot reach your goals, that you cannot reach your dreams because you have lack of self-motivation. But the thing is, what you have to do is you have to realize that there's greatness inside of you. There's a giant inside of you. And you have to realize that nobody was put on this earth to fail at anything that they do. You determine whether you fail or succeed in anything that you do. But the way that you determine whether you fail or you succeed in anything that you do is through your self-motivation. Keep yourself motivated, and I guarantee you, you'll stay on the right track. You'll achieve your goals, you'll achieve your dreams, you'll achieve your visions, and you'll accomplish the things that you want to in life and get to where you want to be if you stay self-motivated. And if you don't allow other people to come into your circle and distract you. Because one of the worst things that a person could do is come into your circle and distract you when you're on a mission to win something big. And you allow them to do that by what they say, all because of where you are. Say for instance, you're on a journey of doing something, you're trying to achieve something, and it's not working out. And you've been trying hard to achieve this particular thing, and it's just not been working out. And now, say your buddy comes over to your house, and the first thing he says, well, Greg, man, I told you, man, you've been trying to achieve this for so long, you might as well just give up. Now, if you buy into his negativity, you just bought his lifestyle. You just bought his lifestyle because you bought into his negativity and his opinion of believing to let him distract you from motivating yourself to get to that next level in life to where you wanted to go to achieve the particular thing that you set out to do. But you allowed a distraction from somebody else's opinion to stop you. And you cannot do that. Because in life, if you want to achieve what you want out of life, you want to get what you deserve out of life, it's all up to you. But you got to self-motivate yourself from the beginning. Like I said, that, the definition of self-motivation is the force that keeps pushing to go on. It's our internal drive to achieve, produce, develop, and move forward. So look at that. That's what we got to look at when it comes to self-motivation, because we got to know that our drive, our international drive has got to be way much bigger than ourselves. And when I say way much bigger than ourselves, our international drive has to be way much bigger than ourselves, is that you got to want it You know, let me give you an analogy. All right, you take pigs. When they hungry, pigs is hungry for slop. You know, you gotta want it just as bad as the hog wants slop. You know, that was a country saying when I was growing up. You know, my dad used to always tell me when I was telling, well, Dad, I want to do this, I want to do that, and my dad would always say, well, Greg, son, you gotta want it as bad as a hog wants slop. You see how bad, you know, because growing up we raised hogs, and you know, because like I said, I'm a country boy, straight country, and the thing is that when we was raising hogs, and I used to have to go out to the hog pen and feed the hogs, and they would literally when I put it in there, because the slop, that's what we call the food. When I put it in there, those hogs would literally surround it and gobble, 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 gobble it up real fast. So that's how you got to motivate yourself. You have to motivate yourself fast in order to move fast and quickly and swiftly to your next destination. Because if you don't find a way to motivate yourself and move fast quickly to your next destination, or whatever you're trying to achieve in life, you're not going to get there. And you cannot get there by allowing other people's opinion to validate your destination. You just can't do that. Nobody can validate your destination but you. You have the stamp of approval whether you go to the next level in life. You know, that's up to you. So don't let nobody else stamp your life and take away your approval to get you to move into the next level in life. But it all comes within your self-motivation. You got to stay motivated. You know, no matter what you're doing in life, everything requires self-motivation. It could be little, it could be small, whatever it is, it requires self-motivation. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example. Now, if you look at this right here, say for instance, that you set a journey, you set a goal to read 10 books in a month. In order for you to read those 10 books in a month, you got to motivate yourself to read each and every day, I would say at least a half of a book a day in order to accomplish reading 10 books in a month. But you can never set that goal and tell yourself you can't do it and don't have self-motivation to push you, the force that pushes you forward to achieve that. Now, you can't do that. You cannot do that because you got to realize in your life that, hey, in order for me to get to that next level in life, in order for me to keep myself motivated, I got to believe in myself that I can do this. And I'm not going to listen to what this person over there says, because guess what? When you listen to 9 times out of 10, when you listen to other people's opinion, they worse off than what you are. If you think about it, you know, right now, and I just want you to do this as a synopsis. Think about the last person that tried to give you advice on something, and was they living a better lifestyle than you? And was they trying to encourage you to do better, or was they trying to hold you back? Just think about it. And I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, if it wasn't somebody that you surrounded yourself with that is going in the same direction that you're going, that is trying to achieve the same thing that you're trying to achieve, it was somebody that their lifestyle was worse off than what yours was, but they just want you to stay where they're at. See, if they can keep you where they're at, then now when they're not around you, they can talk about you. But they're no better off than you are. But that's the way people do, because people are a trip. People will set up and talk about all the things that when a person sets out to achieve something, and they'll talk about all the reasons why this person did not achieve this, because they allowed this, they allowed that. But all those choices was yours, up to you. It was you and your self-motivation that you had within yourself. That's the reason why I say, if you want to get to the next level in life, and you want to be successful in life to where you want to be and where you need to be, then you got to hang around people that want what you want. You got to hang around people that already have what you want, and you got to watch them. You know, there's a saying that says, successful people hang around successful people. Unsuccessful people hang around unsuccessful people and talk about successful people. Now, why do you think that is? That's because of the simple fact is because unsuccessful people don't know how to self-motivate themselves into success. Now, successful people, they get it. They know what it takes to have self-motivation and drive to keep moving on and doing what they're doing and moving to the point to where they need to be. So my message to you this morning is, who are you hanging around? And are you hanging around somebody that's going to self-motivate you to the next level, or are you hanging around somebody that's going to hold you back? Are they going to take you forward or move you backwards? That's something you should really look at and you should really think. And, you know, like I said yesterday, do some inventory on your life and see where you are. And then now you'll know how you can self-motivate yourself to get to the next level in life to where you want to be, but it's up to you. And like I said, I do this morning inspiration each and every morning because my life has been blessed tremendously, and I want to be a blessing back. You know, I sacrifice getting up every morning at 5:45, you know, do my meditation and praying, my exercise, and then so I can be ready at 7 o'clock to bring you this morning inspiration, because I feel like every message that I put out there helps somebody in some kind of way every morning that I speak. I believe that. You know, I truly believe that every time I speak, every morning, something that I says resonates with somebody and causes them to think. And say, well, you know what? I never thought about it that way. But maybe that is the reason why I'm not getting to that next level in life. So my thing is, my advice to you is, in order for you to stay self-motivated, you got to motivate yourself. It starts within you, and then you cannot allow nobody else to steal your dream, to steal your plan, to steal your vision, to stop you from your achievements. You can't do it, because the minute that you allow what somebody else's opinion on what they think about what you're doing, that's the minute that you lose. Me, myself personally, and I'll be totally honest with you, I'm at a point now in my life to where whatever somebody says about me, whatever somebody thinks about me, I really don't care. And you know why? I'll tell you why I really don't care. Because number one, they don't put no food on my table. Number two, they don't pay no bills. And number three, they don't take care of me. And that's the way you gotta be. It's kind of like a harsh way to be, but sometimes you have to develop a mindset to where it doesn't matter what people say or do or think about you when you want to self-motivate yourself to take yourself to that next level in life. You know, because if you sit back and allow someone to dictate what you're doing and put down what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve, no matter what it is in life, then you're not going to achieve it. You're not going to stay self-motivated so you can achieve it. You know, you're not going to reach those goals and dreams that you set. You're not going to see that vision up ahead of where you are right now. You're not going to see that first generational millionaire in the making in the future. You're not going to see it within yourself because you allowed somebody to dictate your life. You allowed somebody else to put their stamp of approval on your life. And that's the worst thing you could ever do, is when you allow somebody else to put their stamp of approval on your life. And what I mean by that, when you allow somebody else to stop you from doing whatever you're doing when you're trying to achieve a major thing, a major goal, a dream, whatever it is, a vision, you just got to have that attitude that, hey, no matter what you think, no matter what you say, I'm going to keep moving on. And once you grasp that attitude, you can move on to the next level. But if you don't have that attitude to where you can keep yourself motivated, you're not going to get to the next level. If that makes any sense to anybody. And once again, like I said, thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning inspiration this morning. And I pray and I hope that some of those words that I said this morning resonates with you, you know, while you're going out that door to go to work, if you're working a 9 to 5, you know, while you're sitting at home, if you're retired, sitting at home and, you know, doing what you do, your daily ritual, whatever you're doing, your exercise, you're working from home, whatever you're doing, I just hope that that resonates with you to where you understand that self-motivation is the key to you reaching your destination. I'll say that again because I don't think you got it. I just hope and pray that you understand that self-motivation is the key to you reaching your destination. Whatever that destination is, I don't know what it is, only you know. What do you want to accomplish in this life before your day up on this earth is done? What do you want to accomplish? What kind of legacy do you want to live? Do you want to leave behind? And if you want to leave behind a big legacy, a great legacy, and be well known, you got to stay self-motivated. You know, because like I said, self-motivation is the key to your destination. Whatever that is, I don't know what it is. But like I said, just believe and just trust that when you motivate yourself, it takes you to the next level in life and nothing can hold you back. The worst thing you could do in life is allow somebody that is doing nothing to get inside your head and cause you to be like them just because they're unsuccessful. See, the thing is about it, an unsuccessful person, you know, and they know that you're getting successful and you're starting to get ahead and they're still where they are, all because they didn't try to do nothing different or try to achieve nothing. They're going to always talk about what you're doing and they're going to always say that what you're doing is not going to work. You know, they're going to always tell you that, but you cannot allow them to determine your destination. You cannot allow them. You cannot allow what they say to determine your destination. Only you determine your destination and where you go in life. And if you want to go big places in life, and if you want to do big things in life, you got to stay self-motivated. You have to. And like I said, that's one of the most important things that I believe that helps you throughout life, and it helps you in everything you're doing. Because everything that you do in life, you have to have self-motivation. Believe it or not, when you wake up, you got to motivate yourself to wake up and get moving and get ready for that day. No matter how hard it is for you to wake up and get moving, you have to motivate yourself to do it. If you don't motivate yourself to wake up and get moving at a certain time, then you're gonna stay where you are. But if you got your mind set up and you got your mind made up and you got yourself motivated to get up at a certain time and do a certain thing, because like I said, you know, I started this morning inspiration, it was just a thing, you know, out of the blue. You know, God spoke to me and he said, hey, there's a message that I want you to give to the people. And I didn't hesitate when God told me that, because I'm a firm believer in God, and whenever God speaks through me, I know that he wants me to speak to the people. And that's why I started this morning inspiration, to give you an inspiration every morning, to give you something to think about every morning before you went out the door. If you was working from home or whatever you was doing throughout your day, I wanted you to have something to think about. So when you face certain situations, now you know how to overcome them. Now you know how to think according to what I have, the information that I have given you, the advice that I have given you, and then hopefully it makes your day much, much brighter than yesterday was. You know, because I don't know, somebody could have woke up this morning and wasn't even motivated to do nothing. But now they sat down and they listened to my morning inspiration on self-motivation, and now they ready to just go out the door and turn cartwheels and do whatever. You know, you never know what your voice can say to help the people until you address it. So like I said, that's why I started doing this morning inspiration. And is it something that was on my agenda to do? No. You know, I thought about having a motivational speaking career, but I never put it into action. I never did. I never motivated myself to get up and do it. But then, you know, God said to me, he said, hey, Greg, you've had a lot of success. He said, now you put your motivational speaking career on the back burner. Now it's time for you to use that talent and speak to my people, because I know that you have a voice that they need to hear. And I know that you have the knowledge that you can give them to help them throughout their daily lifestyle. So that's why I started my morning inspiration, is because of the people. I wanted to be able to reach the people in a way to where every day before they go out the door to go to work or whatever they're doing, just moving around in everyday lifestyle, I wanted to give them something to think about throughout the day. And I believe that I've been doing it because, like I said, I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your likes, comments, and shares. I appreciate each and everything, you know. And then, like I said, when I started it and I started to see the viewers and how my viewers went up, I knew that I was making a difference in somebody's life. So that's why I want you to like, comment, and share on this video, because this message, people need to hear it. You know, people need to hear that self-motivation is the key to you reaching your destination. People need to hear that, because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't even know what self-motivation is. They've heard of it, but they don't know what it is. But now you do. You know, if you tune into this morning inspiration, or if you play the replay, now you do. So, like I said, once again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my live today. God bless each and every one of you all. And whatever you do out there today, be safe and keep yourself motivated. And tomorrow, you don't want to miss tomorrow's morning inspiration, because I got another good topic for you that can help you move about your daily lifestyle with some more encouraging words on my morning inspiration. So like I said, once again, thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning inspiration. Like, comment, and share on this video, because I know that this is a message that needs to be heard across the world. But it can only get heard across the world is if you like, comment, and share, because you never know. This video could drop into somebody's lap and it could save their life. It could give them the drive to move on to the next level in life, because they're stuck, they're bound, you know. So like, comment, and share. And once again, thank you for stopping by my morning inspiration. I love each and every one of you all. Have a blessed day, have a safe day, and goodbye.